Fortnite is about to release Smart Building, and it's going to change the game forever. I'm going to explain what it does, when you can expect this update to come out, and why it's so game-changing. Let's jump into it. I've been playing Fortnite since the start, even before it was officially released, and let me tell you, build mode has gone through a lot of changes, and they have tried to make the game mode easier and easier for players as time has moved on. Now, it's important to make it easier and more accessible. Oh my gosh, can I get this guy? He's so weak. No. Oh my gosh, I just fell in through the middle. Take out this guard. Thank you. Somebody here? Oh, it's a guard. You a guard? Everyone's getting clapped. One down. Two down. One above. Hello. Goodbye. Now, it's important to note that Fortnite has made a lot of these changes to build mode to make it easier and more accessible, and we should explore what those things are so that we understand and can make a better judgment on what smart building is and what it could be. Get over here, dude. Thank you. So the first time was over 7 years ago on February 21st, 2018, when during OG Season 3, they introduced turbo building, automatic material swapping, and build through stuff. That's literally the names that they had for it. And all three of these features are so impactful and so important that most of us literally couldn't play Fortnite at the level that we do today without them. They were literally three of some of the most major changes that Fortnite made to build mode, and they had a huge impact on the game. So let's go into detail of them real quick. Now, turbo building. Now, number one, turbo building. I'm sure a lot of you know what this is, and it's enabled by default now. So before, when you played Fortnite, you'd have to place each thing individually. So click once, click once, click once. And now, because of turbo building, you can actually go ahead and just click once and like spin around, you know, and hold it down, and it just keeps on building. Before, when you had to click each time to put something down, it was kind of hard, and you know, it would take longer. And then with turbo building, it made it so much easier, which was actually fantastic. It's such a great feature. A lot of people at the time were like, what the heck? This makes building too easy. And I want you to remember that feeling. All right. Oh my goodness, they're rushing me. Let me take these guys out real quick. Oh, it's Wolfman. Come here, Wolfman. Yeah, wolf out. What are you gonna do? Run at me with your little wolf legs? Okay. It's a little more aggressive than I thought. Thank you, though. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, break this thing down. Now, the second thing was the automatic material swapping. So before this update, if you were building out of wood and you ran out, your builds would then turn red and you would stop building, which was really awkward. It led to a lot of people going down to fall damage, and just a lot of times you wouldn't be able to do the builds that you wanted to do, which was a bummer. Now, after this update, if you ran out of wood, it would just automatically swap you to brick and you would continue building. Is there somebody here? Oh, it's a guard. Gotcha. Give me some of them dill pickle coins, huh? Some dill bits, if you will. Oh my gosh, a green pump. I'm so thankful. I gotta go get the mythic one. So yeah, absolutely fantastic change. It was just a no-brainer, and Fortnite did a great job in adding that. Now, the third one is going to be build through stuff, which sounds interesting. But before, say if you tried to build right here, it would actually not let you because something's in the way. But now if you do it, it'll just break that. And the same thing with like the statue. Like before, you couldn't build because there was something here. It would get really, really annoying, and you can build in so many spots. Like you can even build like through cars now. It's great. So huge update that was just absolutely fantastic. Fortnite crushed it with this update, and honestly, I think everyone's a lot happier for it. Now, after these three changes, we saw some minor improvements to build mode over the years, including more options like reset building choice, pre-edit options, and auto-confirm edits. But Fortnite recently introduced such a major change that kind of equals the other ones, if not a little bit crazier. Wait, oh, somebody's here. Let me buy this. And I know they're right here. This is risky. Oh, not that risky. Give me that baseball bat. I'm looking pretty good right now. By the way, because I'm getting into some history stuff, I wore the nerd skin, and you can see the calculator on the back that shows how many limbs I got, which is really cool. This is an underrated skin, honestly. Pretty cool. I'm taking this person's car, which has leak wheels. I don't know what's going on there. So recently, with the launch of Chapter 6, Fortnite introduced something which changed the game again. Honestly, I would say that this change that I'm talking about is the biggest one since all those other ones, and then smart building is going to be even bigger than this one and all the other ones. So of course, the change I'm talking about is simple edit, which makes it really easy for players, especially those who are new to the game, for them to edit in Fortnite. It's easy to learn. It's actually really good. Like I've used it before, and it's kind of fun. So let me just show you a real example real quick. So if I edit this, I can go ahead and just do all my edits. I can pick which tiles I want to do, and sometimes I can make edits that don't exist, like this. I can't do that. I can do this, but I could choose like all these windows, etc. Now, if I go to my settings and turn on simple edit, you'll see when I click the edit button, it'll actually just edit right away and not give me like the custom edit option. And then depending where I aim, it'll do different things. So if I aim down here, it'll do this one. If I aim over in the middle, it'll give me a window. But I can't do like a window here. And it definitely limits the customization, the range of options you have. But it increases the speed. I mean, look, I look like I'm nuts at the game. I'm just hitting one button and it goes pretty nuts. So you could do something like this. Like I look like I've been practicing this for a very long time. Even if I go here, boom, right? Like it looks great. So it's fantastic for new players. A lot of people concerned that they've trained so hard and it kind of takes away the skill of it all. Look at this. Look at these ramp flips. I can even do the elusive, I believe. Make the floor disappear if I do it fast enough. Oh, there we go. See? I got an invisible floor because I can edit so fast using simple edit. It's actually wild to see. Now, of course, the downside is that you can't do the edits you want specifically, so it makes it harder to do things. And if you're good at the game, honestly, you don't want it on. The problem with simple edits is that you don't have the ability to make certain edits, which makes someone who wants to continue to increase their skill, it's going to make it near impossible. And like I mentioned before, a lot of people feel slighted because, you know, they've been practicing how to edit for all these years, and then this thing comes out. And for some people, simple edit edits faster and better than they can. The thing is, all those years of practice aren't put away because you do have this customization. You do have this intricate, advanced options to build. And if you continue to build up on that, if you want, you know, you will be better than someone using simple edit. The simple edit is fantastic for those just starting the game, and it helps kind of bridge the gap between someone who's really good and someone who's just starting. Think about just starting Fortnite today in build mode. You're probably going to go into zero build instead because it is so crazy the people you fight in build mode. Like imagine fighting me. You have zero chance if you just start the game. Literally zero, which is a really, really tough thing for someone who wants to make games equal, you know? Oh, this guy's flipping the car. It's over for him. Like if I'm pulling up on you and I'm just sending triple edits, you have basically no chance unless you use these new features, right? It's like this takes years of dexterity, years of gaming, years of practice at this level, and people who just started it clearly don't have that. Yeah, I gotta go get more mats because oh my gosh, I almost just fell off. Spent all of them to show you guys that. There we go. Get them all back. Now this leads to the point of this whole video. What is smart building? And before I get into that, I want to rob this bank. I want to smash and grab. Bop. Bop. I don't know if you guys knew this, but you can rob valuables here. You get XP for doing it, so it's kind of nice. But if I really want XP, I would go play Super Red vs. Blue, honestly. You get way more XP than this. Yoink. It's kind of fun to just take it, though. Oh, there's a safe there. All right, I'm out of here. Now, to explain what smart building is, we're going to check out this post from Osiren, which has a video footage of how smart builds works. Upcoming smart builds gameplay. Epic is working on a new building mechanic that allows players to build in presets rather than one piece at a time. There will be 4 presets, and they will build different builds depending on where the player is looking, and then a predefined order of builds that are placed one after the other. Below is gameplay of all the presets. None of these videos ever switch between different presets, so all of this can be built just by holding down a build, which is crazy. Note that this feature is still in development and might change. Protected ramp. This one is special. It's the only one that has custom behavior. The wall can be placed from further away and has a slower turbo building speed with one build every 150 milliseconds. So as you can see, this player is just putting down a wall or a floor and it builds the ramp and the wall just like automatically. So look at this. They could do like a 2-lane tarp just by putting down a ramp or just by putting down a floor. Of course, it's a little glitchy because it's in development, but as you can see, it's pretty crazy. Like it makes a fortified ramp just by clicking one button. So it'll be way harder to shoot out players who are new to the game. Next up, we have a funky one. It's called Bridge. It will place a ramp when looking up, a floor when looking straight, and a downwards ramp when looking down. So it does exactly what it says here. It makes a bridge. So ramp up, floor when you're looking just in the middle, and then ramp down when you're looking down, which is great because making a ramp down usually is a little hard. You have to hit the rotate button twice, or you have to like jump around and, you know, make your ramp go that way. So this is kind of nice in the sense that you probably will never make a bridge, but you'll probably use all these movements individually to do the things that you want. So number 3, and this is getting really interesting here. This one's called Tower. This one will build walls when looking forward up and a ramp/floor when looking down. The ramp will flip when getting close to the wall, so that's always possible to be on top of the ramp after building. So let's go ahead and look at this. Again, this is called tower. Just gonna make it really easy to build yourself a tower. So essentially, this is like turbo building taken to the next level. You can easily make a tower as shown here. I mean, this looks super, super easy. I mean, again, you could do this already, but the fact that a new player could just look up and not have to switch things and just kind of build by feeling here, it's kind of cool. And then we have number 4, box. So just builds a very simple box with walls, a floor, and a cone. So you box up automatically. Let's see this. So you just go ahead and hit the button. I'm curious how this is going to actually work, but it will automatically do this. So I know you see the player moving and stuff here, but it automatically will do this. It'll make a box for you. I don't know if it'll be this slow. I think it probably will be this slow. You just hit the button and it makes a box. And they said it seems strong enough for new players to be able to use building to get around, but it's not that strong that players can already build will switch to it. It seems pretty well balanced, but how it ends up has to be seen once it's actually in the game, and I totally agree. At the current moment, I don't think any pro player would use this, which makes it a feature for new players, and I think that's exactly where it should be. We also have this tweet here from Leaker, which says Epic has added more new mentions for the leaked smart building feature. There are sets including secondary wall, secondary stairs, box, and bridge. This was posted just the other day. There has been more and more updates to smart building recently, which leads me to believe that we should see it in the next few updates, potentially next season, but I definitely think this chapter. It could come out next chapter, but I think it'll be this one. Just a guess though. There's a lot of action over here. Is somebody up there? Oh, they are. Ooh. Oh. Wow, I think I shot him through the build, honestly. He's gonna look over the edge in a second. Kill it. Ooh. Almost went down. Risky at it by me. I have an idea. Oh my gosh, does that work? Oh my gosh, the baseball bat is crazy. That was premeditated. Where is this guy? Yo, can you stop? Thank you. Let's go get that loot. They were definitely using a mythic AUG. There it is. Look at it. Perfect. And a full chug jug. Too kind. So there's a lot to unpack here, and I'll get into what I think is the good and bad parts of smart building, but I just want to talk about AI, which is also referred to robots or bots in Fortnite. Every non-ranked game you play of Fortnite, including some ranked games at the lower levels, will have bots. Sometimes up to 50, 60, 70% of the lobby will be bots. I would say that most of us could probably identify who's a robot and who's not, but the line's getting a little blurry, and if you're a new player, you honestly probably can't tell, which means you'll get a win your first game or two, which will probably get you to play more, and that's good just for Fortnite as a whole, but eventually you'll realize that you were fighting bots, which honestly probably doesn't feel as great. I know for me it doesn't. For example, I could tell over here that this Goku is a bot, and it looks like that guy's probably a bot too. Although he's building, and bots didn't really used to do this very great, but now they can build like just boxes around them. They can do all sorts of things. It's pretty impressive to see. Their accuracy has definitely gone up as well. Oh, I think there's 3 robots. Yeah, there's 3. The rest of them are robots, which is perfect, honestly. I'm gonna take out 2 of them. I eliminate all the real players already, I guess. I'm gonna take out 2 of them. Look at this guy. This guy's building stuff. This guy's coming around and looking for me, trying to pickaxe my builds. Now with this update, robot AI will appear more human, and as they advance the systems, the AI will only become more and more difficult to judge who's real and who's not unless you play the game a lot. So I just want to throw that out there for consideration. And that's because I think if they do it well, Fortnite will continue to pack the lobbies with more and more AI, because that means more real people will win, and that'll make them happier. So long as the player playing doesn't feel bad about the win, they feel as good as if it was real players, they'll probably do it. Eventually they'll realize, hey, oh, I was fighting robots. That's okay to them. Now that aside, let's get into the pros and cons of smart building. The pros, so the good things I would say, is that the skill gap in Fortnite right now is very large, and people are super far apart, especially when they start the game versus me, who's been playing for 8 years. So there's a large skill gap. If you spent years learning, you will absolutely destroy someone who is new to building 10 out of 10 times, not even close. And it can be very demotivating for people who are just learning. So with that being said, smart building will help Fortnite bridge that gap, and for new players to stand somewhat of a chance, especially if these players play with their friends and if they use simple edit instead of just the normal edit mode. So to me, I think it's only logical that they're going to make smart building and simple edit default for new accounts. So those looking to really get advanced and get really good at Fortnite, they'll eventually have to turn those off. Look at this little AI buddy. Oh, so cute. Now, what are the cons to smart building? Well, I think some people will probably feel a little bit slighted in the sense of they spent, you know, possibly hundreds of hours practicing and learning how to build and edit. And then Fortnite releases these features, which makes it really easy for everybody. So I could see how some people would think that, but I want you to know that, you know, these features aren't that advanced and that they're really only helping the players who are just starting. It will make everyone seem like they know what they're doing, which is funny, but in doing that, they're trying to balance the playfield. So what do I think? Well, it's hard to tell without it being out. I think it'll be definitely an adjustment period at the start, but just like simple edit, I don't really notice it too much right now, especially when somebody's using it. And I think it'll just be another tool in people's tool belt when they start playing the game so that they could actually enjoy it, which is what games is all about, having fun. But I want to know what you think about smart building. Let me know in the comment section. And it's time to send Deadpool to his AI grave. Okay, one more time. We're sending you back to the mother computer, buddy. All right? Have a good night. Sleep tight. GG.